Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. Wow, what a crazy weekend. It is like midnight local time, and we have got events about to end. I've got 2 hours left on the Summon Rush. This video will probably come out in a few hours after the Summon Rush ends. I'll have to edit it and then schedule it for upload and all of that, but I've got to get this done before I go to bed to keep pace with the event going on right here for Zinogre for sure. Pretty solid champion. Definitely want to get it added to my account. And it has been hard to keep up this weekend. I was traveling and we are having insane weather in Nebraska. Blizzard weather. We're setting record lows by like 10 degrees. Coldest weather we've ever had here where I live in January. We're hitting like minus 20, minus 30. Who even knows at this point? It all feels the same after minus 0 or 0. Sorry, not minus 0. I'm playing the free-to-play competition here on my iPad while I'm on my computer recording a video for Raid on my main account to keep pace for the Fusion because I got to do some summon rushes, and I have a rule that I always do these summon rushes and stuff on camera. That way if anything is acquired on my account, I've got the moment here on camera. So I'm grinding away, and I'm not quite where I would like to be in the free-to-play competition because I just couldn't kind of play as much this weekend as I would obviously intend to if I was at home. But now I'm back in the grind, and it's time to catch up here this week with a normal workflow. So, okay, yeah, Zinogre. With the Summon Rush right here, again, you've got kind of your typical structure where you've got, like, your Ancient Shards worth 20, Mysteries worth 1, and so on and so forth, all the way up to the Sacreds of 500. They always go right over one of the thresholds. You can see they're at 3150. I can't just pull, like, 6 Sacreds and be done with it. You got to get the extra little bit. That's why it's so important to always have a good stock of Mystery Shards. I don't love where I'm at. I like to stay above 5,000 here on the Mystery Shards, but what I can do is get reasonably close and then round it out with Mystery Shards. But what I've done before in the past is I'll sit here and do a video and I'll pull like 6 Sacreds, I'll get to 3,000 points, and I'll be like, okay, you don't want to watch me do the Mystery Shards, I'll do that off camera because it's boring. And then I start editing the video, I do the thumbnail, I upload it, I go to bed, and I completely forget to round out with the Mystery Shards. So I need to make sure I don't make that mistake here because Zinogre is definitely a really solid event champion. And what will I do here? I mean, if I move over here, you can see I've got 44 Sacreds. The main priority is making sure I keep enough Sacreds in the chamber in case we get a guaranteed event. Plarium likes to do these for somewhere around 20 Sacreds if it's a very sought after champion. But it seems like they've been doing less and less of those guaranteed events. They really did a lot of them in like 2022 and the first half of 2023. And then the last like 8 to 10 months, it seems like they've slowed down a little bit on the guaranteed summit events. And they've kind of switched into some of these like new shards coming out with the primal shards and trying new summoning methods and all sorts of different things going on with adding mythical champions and adding the crystal summons. And they've really kind of tried to shift to doing things a different way, but I still like to keep enough Sacreds for sure to do a guaranteed event in case they do one, and I should have plenty here with 44 as long as I manage things smartly. And by the way, none of my Sacreds, I always get this question, like, how do you have 44 Sacreds? No, I don't think any, I mean, maybe 1 or 2, but basically none of my Sacreds are purchased or wailed out for or anything. It's just playing the game for 5 years and being extremely diligent about where I spend my Sacreds and just hitting the Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare clan boss every day for 5 years, you know, 1,500 times or whatever. It's gotten me to a point where I can save up this kind of a Sacred Shard count as long as I'm disciplined about pulling them. Oh, would you look at that? I actually do have a primal to collect. I mean, the 2x event isn't really that big of a deal for the primals. Like, they don't even buff the mythical chance. So, I mean, like, I could just rip my primals. I mean, that's 1,400 points right there. But again, what if Plarium does end up doing a guaranteed mythical for primal shards? I don't know. You think they would? That'd probably be a good poll for the community tab. Do you think they would ever do a guaranteed summon event for primal shards, and what would it be? Probably, so look, we could do the math. I mean, they consider Sacreds worth about 2.5x, I believe, here on the points. Let me go ahead and look this up. Yeah, so on the points, you've got, you know, Plarium considers 200 and 500, yeah, 2.5x. So yeah, about 50 primal shards if they were gonna do, but they probably consider mythicals a little bit more valuable. They would probably do like 60, 70, somewhere in there for a guaranteed summon event for primals, so maybe I should wait until I get to like 50 or 60 primals and then rip them in situations like this. So I think I'll probably end up saving them for a little bit just in case that ever happens. But that's probably a pie in the sky pipe dream and me just being overly conservative with my resources, which is why I always end up with 500 million silver and 80,000 gems and 44 sacreds, because I'm always preparing for a rainy day and I'm always saving up. And I also have plenty of ancient shards, so I'm sitting pretty good there. I'll probably pull like 4 sacreds. We'll stay at like 40. Then I'm going to YOLO some ancients until we have enough points. I can maybe round out a little bit with mystery shards, but I'm feeling lucky on the ancient shards. I feel like I'm due for something big. It has been a while for me, which, by the way, we're going to get into the shards here in just a few seconds, but wow, what a crazy game. I had to bust out the Green Bay gear. I grew up in Wisconsin on a farm, so I've been a Green Bay fan my whole life. I did not expect them to go into Dallas and get an insane blowout win versus an insanely good Dallas team. So wow, what a game that was. But okay, enough of that. We are going to pull enough ancients to get us within like 2,000 points of the summon rush here. So what I have to get is 1,150 in ancients, which means I'm going to have to pull 1,150, like 60 ancient shards. We'll do it, I believe. So let's rip 60 ancients. Let's pick our progressive chances here. Probably going to go with something I don't have. It'd probably be something like this here. Barbarians, I don't need. I've finished Faction Wars. Hex is kind of cool on the AoE. That could be kind of fun. I already have a couple Valkyrie, although I believe Valkyrie could be fun for Faction Wars. Do I have the Guardian ring here? Faction Guardians, Barbarians? I do not. Okay, I do not. So Valkyrie actually would be pretty good here. I could light up a double Valkyrie and throw that in the Barbarians for sure. So I'll probably just go with that. Can't go wrong with adding the Valkyrie here, and it's probably not going to proc anyway. So let's go ahead and pull our progressive chance right here with Valk, and then the epic really isn't going to matter. Let's confirm that. And now let's go ahead. What did we say? We got to do 60. So this will be 10 right here. I'm so due on ancient shards for sure. And it doesn't even matter what champions you get. This is just a flat, just pull the shards. There we go. We got the 25x. This is just a flat point per shard. Let me start my free-to-play account right here on the iPad. So that was 10. This is going to be 20. Oh, I told you. I knew it. I knew I was due. I knew I was due to get lucky. Look at that, 20 ancient shards, and we nailed a legendary. I called it from the get-go. Now, True Auth, I haven't looked at the kit for a very, very long time. This came out, like, what, 2 years ago or so? Wanted me heal the champion, AoE, Perfect Veil, counterattack and a strengthen on this champion for 2 turns. So you counterattack and keep popping off with this. A1 here, heal target, percent. I mean, a pretty solid progression healer. Okay, but probably not going to be super impactful on my account. Am I maxed out on the Dark Elves? Faction Guardians could be huge. I am, unfortunately. So it was really nice to get a legendary, but not what I was looking for there. Unfortunately, with True Auth, not really going to help out my account. Okay, so we are at, this is going to be 30 right here. And I'm not crazy, right? It doesn't matter that I pull the legendary in terms of the summon rush. It's just based off of acquiring points per shard. Yeah, it's not really going to matter. It's going to be like champion chase and stuff that typically matter for which one we get. So that's 30. Let's keep popping off. Let's go ahead and summon 2 legendaries out of these ancients. This will be 40 right here. And we got to do 2 more and then a sacreds. Start the free-to-play account. On the iPad, we are grinding raid for Rio. We're recording on the main and we're grinding the free-to-play on the iPad here sitting next to me. One more pull. Get me lucky here. You can do it. You can do it. Another Lego and... Okay, nope. Rip, 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 rip. Okay. But I'm feeling good about my sacred shards as well. Let's go ahead and pop this. And it doesn't really matter. We already kind of got enough of those. Okay. So we're going to rip 4 of these, and then we should be good to go if my math was decent here on the summon rush calculation. Okay, that's 1 and 2, and we got to rip 4 sacreds. Come on now. Come on now. I believe I'm due on sacreds as well. I think I'm at, like, I'm close to Mercy on boosting up these sacreds. You gotta be kidding me. So, whoa, painted. So we're gonna go 4 and... Oh, I knew it. Here we go. Come on, baby. I mean, Rosin's a solid champion, but I have like 3 of him, you know, with the fusion, and then the ones that I've summoned over the years of playing with Rosin being a legacy legendary that was in the game on launch. So I mean, hey, I pulled what, 60 ancients and also a couple sacreds here and was able to get 2 legendaries. That's insane rates during non-boosted, no 2x's going on just to finish a summon rush. But unfortunately, I don't think either one is going to help me. Let me look at the Guardian Ring. Am I good on lizards? I am good on lizards, so not going to matter. I can just start empowering. Since I'm maxed out, I can just start empowering Rosin, which I guess it's something. But unfortunately, the rates were amazing. Didn't quite proc some champions that I personally need in my account. Those pulls would have been huge on the free-to-play account, but in the free-to-play competition, we can't use legendaries we summon anyway. But how was the math here? Yep, we are good to go. And then we probably went a couple over on the ancients because we were doing 10 pulls. I should have stopped and done 1 pulls. But okay, at least we are keeping pace here with the fragment rush here for Zinogre. But okay, it is late for me. It is going to be approaching 1 a.m. pretty soon, and we have got a big week with the free-to-play competition and getting caught up with the workflow after traveling this weekend during all of the craziness going on. You can see Neo is tired. He is already passing out. He is he's ready for bed as well. So I will catch all of you soon in the next video. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy Raid Shadow Legends content. I hope your pulls were epic for your account if you're going for the Zinogre Summon Rush, and I will see you soon. Peace.